Gentlemen, as agreed, you will take your starting positions 10 miles apart and, on my command, advance toward the marks. You may fire while moving or from a full stop. Gentlemen, I ask you one last time, are you willing to make peace? Gentlemen, advance. At last, I have become the strongest duelist. In our game, plenty of players love fighting one-on-one in custom battles on the Zumwalt and the Type 58. But are those ships just as effective in random battles? Of course, once you get used to a ship, you can make almost anything perform well in online matches. But there are stronger candidates, ships that can shine both in team battles and in duels against experienced opponents. Today, we're talking about one of them. Chengying, the stage is yours. The first thing you notice when meeting the Chinese destroyer is the brick on its bow, which also happens to be a cannon, and a pretty good cannon at that. The Haiyang Shan deals over 100,000 damage per hit, and a shell velocity of 1,070 knots is nothing to laugh at. Factoring in the reload, the damage per minute is simply enormous. It's even higher than 2 archers on the same Zumwalt. But while the cannon offers surgical precision, it's closer to small cuts than full-on amputations. The real circular saw is the unique DF-15B missiles. These are basically laser-guided missiles on steroids. Their stats are astounding. Huge burst damage, high durability, and very short acceleration time. On top of that, the DF-15B missiles maneuver extremely well, which gives you a real advantage when fighting in enclosed areas. The built-in arsenal is rounded out by another exclusive system, the HQ-19 VLS complex, with a very respectable engagement range. The ship has plenty of open slots too. A twin missile slot sits at the bow, while the sides carry air defense systems in a 4-2 layout, plus a pair of autocannons. And of course, what kind of ship would this be without a parking spot for a helicopter? Now let's talk tactics. For the open missile slots, we recommend something that pairs well with the DF missiles. The best choice is, naturally, more laser-guided missiles. For example, the YJ-19, which is famous for its effectiveness. Its reload is very close to the unique slot, so launching the whole salvo together feels natural and convenient. Another option is the High Fly 2 with a nuclear warhead. This setup focuses more on single-hit effect, letting you deal massive damage almost instantly. You can install the Ka-90 as well, of course, but that combination will limit your minimum range. For this Chinese destroyer, that's not the best fit. The rest of the slots offer more freedom. Pick any torpedoes and helicopters you like. Autocannons are a bit more complicated. The ship does have anti-submarine weapons, but it has no real protection against torpedoes themselves. That makes the AFGS or the Sea Striker the sensible choices. If you're entering battle with a teammate who can reliably cover you against underwater threats, you can strengthen your air defense instead with Sigmas or Ehrlichens. For anti-air, we recommend following the advice from one of our earlier videos. If you missed it, here's the short version. In the 4-slot group, use laser systems like the LY-1, the LK, or the HPLS. In the remaining slots, use the nuclear Talos. With this kind of loadout, the number of possible tactics is truly huge. You can play from long range. You have missiles and a cannon for that. Up close, the same combination is also pretty effective. The destroyer doesn't waste time locking onto targets, so a contact range attack can be lightning fast. Just be careful and remember, missiles have limited durability and can be destroyed on launch by area damage. Before firing, make sure nothing is already flying at you. The Changying is not the easiest destroyer to master, but it is genuinely dangerous. It stands on the same level as the strongest ships in the game, both in duels and in online battles. Share your experience with this ship in the comments. That's all for today. We'll see you at sea.